Welcome into this short video where I am going to show you how to tap following my expand method and teach you a bit about the intention behind my method. So welcome in, my name is Jocelyn. Let's start with the core intention behind the method. I discovered tapping in 2018 when I was at what I would say the lowest of my lows. Okay, and I swear that tapping has been a catalyst in me quantum leaping my life numerous times. And now it is a key tool that I use with each and every one of my clients. So at the start of 2025, I decided to claim my own method because I realized that I had brought together two of my tools, my passions, the manifestation principles and EFT tapping, which I named the expand method. So this is, some people know it as manifestation meets EFT tapping, because although tapping is an incredible tool to support healing and regulating and feeling good, that's what most people know tapping for, and that's all they know tapping for. But that's not the only way to use tapping, which I'm going to show you in a second here. So tapping speaks the language of the subconscious mind. Up until the age of 7, our subconscious mind is wide open, collecting information around us. And this information becomes the way that we see the world and the way that we see ourselves, our assumptions, our perceptions, our beliefs, which create our actions or our inability to take action and our results. So EFT tapping itself is emotional freedom techniques. It stands for emotional freedom techniques. And what we're doing here is freeing ourselves from that old information that we collected unconsciously up until the age of 7 and onwards throughout our entire life. So we're freeing ourselves from this old emotion, these ideas, beliefs, perceptions, and we're using our voice. We're giving a voice to the voices in our head, the fears, the insecurities, the doubts, right? And we're tapping on energy meridians on the face and the torso, which I'm going to show you in a second. So here's where the expand method gets different. Instead of just focusing on healing and regulating, we also focus on expanding, because I believe that we're not just here to heal and regulate. We're here to grow, to be better, to create, and to make an impact. So my method has 3 parts. The first part is venting and processing. So we're giving a voice to the voices inside. We're getting the information out. So this is where we tap out resistance and actually speak out the fears, the perceived limitations, and anything that we feel may be blocking us, stopping us, or slowing us down in any way. The second part of my method is healing and soothing. So this is where we forgive, we ground, we feel safe, and we let go. This is where we honor the younger version of ourselves and we forgive ourselves, anyone involved. And we free ourselves from anything that happened in the past. So we break those generational cycles. And then the third part is activating and expanding. So this is where we begin to expand our perceptions and ask, what if? Instead of focusing on our current results or situations or circumstances, we tell ourselves a new story, what if? And we declare it's already happening. The women who are experiencing the expand method notice rapid changes in the way that they speak to themselves, the thoughts they think, the beliefs they hold, and even their confidence when it comes to taking new action. Because my theory is that we don't need to wait until we're healed to grow and serve. Healing has no destination. Regulating is a necessary starting point for expansion, yes, but we don't need to stay there. And in fact, focusing our attention on what we do want and where we're going helps us to collapse time and regulate and heal faster, because we have that pin on the map and we make a decision and close the gap through up-leveling, through expanding our perceptions and our identities, so that when it comes to taking that action, we don't freeze or we don't run from the fear. We actually alchemize the fear into the opportunity that it is. Okay, So let me show you the tapping points for the expand method. Each one has a specific meridian line that we're tapping on based on Chinese medicine, right? So this has a physical and an emotional aspect. So let me just share with you a few. So this is our setup point. If we are venting, processing, healing, right? We're shining a light on the fears, the resistance, the perceived limitations. We start on the side of the hand. This is the setup point, okay? Try it out, the karate chop point. So the meridian it connects to is actually the small intestine. And this setup point is said to help release resistance and balance yin yang energy in the body. Pretty cool, right? So when we are starting with activating and expanding, which is one of the main reasons I actually created my method, because I was tired of looking for something that was wrong with me. I was tired of starting the day with, even though I'm feeling do, you know, you have those days where maybe you're feeling the contrast or whatever, and you start with that and you let yourself explore. This is like, it's like an opportunity to explore your body, explore your mind, and get to know yourself more and build trust with yourself. It's also an opportunity to shine the light on those fears, like we said, right? But I got tired of needing to do that in order to tap. So with my method, you don't have to look for something that's wrong with you, because you're going to have those mornings where you want to start and say, today is a brand new day and I'm so lit up and inspired to serve, and I'm going to go into my day, you know, and you can actually step into the embodiment of the woman that you are choosing to be without needing to know, like, oh, something's wrong with me, okay? So for the setup point, we use that when we, like I said, we are venting, processing, healing, grounding, okay? Kind of like getting the information out. When it comes to activating and expanding, we're going to start right on the top of the head, okay? So let me give you a couple other examples of the meridians, right? This one, the eyebrow point, which comes right after the top of the head, is connected to the meridian of the bladder. So this is linked with letting go of fear and calming the nervous system. So important, right? So each one of these points has a meridian that it connects to. And like I said, an emotional and a physical benefit to tapping on it. All right. So let me walk you through the tapping points. Like I said, we've got the setup point, we've got the top of the head, we've got the eyebrows. Okay, this is like right in here. We've got the side of the eyes, which is not the temple, it's a little bit lower. Okay, under the eyes, which is like on that bone there, right? Under the nose, under the mouth. Collarbones, which is like right on the bony bit there and the like where they meet almost. Okay, under the arms, which is along the bra line. I'm just going to tilt my computer down. Okay, under the arms, and then under the chest. This is one that a lot of people actually don't talk about. So this is very important because this is the liver point. Again, it's along the bra line. Some people like to tap like this, or like this. Okay, that's the liver point. And what is the function of the liver in the body? It's a detoxifier. It removes like garbage and shit from our body, right? So this is very important because this helps us to like release and shed anger, irritability. It helps us to detox our body, our mind, our quantum field, process emotions, right? That's the liver. And then lastly, we have the inside of the wrists, which is also another one that not a lot of people talk about. And this is associated with calming the heart, easing anxiety, settling racing thoughts. And this is super good for emotional overwhelm. So that's a very important one to practice as well. So those are the key tapping points. If you are listening to me tapping and it is a venting or processing tapping session, we're going to start on the side of the hand, right? And I'm going to tell you, we're going to start on the side of the hand, and I'll let you know when we shift to the top of the head. And when we move to the top of the head, you say, repeat after me one line, one sentence, and then move to the next one and go through the tapping points. I'm not going to repeat the tapping points to you. I used to, and I just found it too distracting. It wasn't as impactful. Okay. So then you're going to walk through the points to yourself. And when you get to the wrists, you go all the way back to the top of the head. Okay. So a couple questions I get often. One of them is, can I tap while I'm driving? Absolutely, but please don't tap just repeat after me, okay? It's still beneficial to repeat the words that I say after me, okay? And I do this all the time when I'm typing. It's like talking through, like I said, it's an opportunity to get to know yourself and also to explore your body and your mind and your thoughts, right? And your beliefs. So it's really cool because even if you're not tapping, you can still talk yourself through that. I absolutely love when you're feeling, you notice something's off, or you're feeling a little bit of resistance, when you do have the chance to sit with it and tap with it, it's, huh, I notice I'm feeling this feeling. I'm curious. I'm open to understanding this. Where did this come from? Like, why am I holding on to this? Why do I feel like I can't release this? Am I ready to let this go? Right? And we can walk ourselves through shifting it and freeing it from our body. This tapping method is so powerful, you guys. So that's the first question I get all the time is it still effective if I am not tapping and I'm just reciting the words? And yes, it is. It totally, absolutely is. Maybe you're in a public place and you don't feel comfortable tapping on your face while you're sitting in a cafe, for example, or out for a walk. You can still have the tapping session playing in your ears and following me, like reciting after me. It's very beneficial in itself. Okay. However, of course, it's going to be the most effective when you're actually tapping and actually focused. And that is the second question I always get is, what if I am in like a busy space? What if I have kids climbing all over me or it's loud around me? Is it still effective? So in my opinion, like putting in your headphones and tapping is always available. Okay. It's always available. And the more grounded and solid you are, the more the people around you are going to be affected positively, right? So although, I would, of course, tap around your kids. Of course, tap while your kids are sitting on your lap. They're going to tap with you. And through that, we're changing the world on an even deeper, more generational level, right? Because those kids are watching you and they're learning how to heal themselves. They're learning how to become emotionally free human beings. And this is everything. This will change our world. Okay. So yes, absolutely. Tap around your kids, tap around whoever's around you, whatever it is, like we are changing the world through this work. Okay. However, I would also suggest that you start to treat your practice as something that is very sacred, because the more that you right, the more that you make it intentional and prioritize it and work on you, the more that ripple effect is going to be felt all around you. So absolutely put in the headphones and tap with the kids. This is totally fine. Of course, it's going to be the most effective when you are totally in your zone, like grounded, solid. I even like to look at myself in a reflection and as I'm tapping and just like get in your zone and allow the words that you're using to really like get into your body, and the words that you're freeing from your body, allow them to really be felt as you are releasing them. And as you're tapping, it's not just, saying some words and tapping in your body. It's like saying them like you mean it. Okay. So the more emotionally involved you can get, the better, because feeling is the secret. So this practice can help you to collapse time and be the version of you that you're really here to be in a very short amount of time. Okay. Because this is not just grounding and healing and regulating. This is activating your truth that is within you, the truth that you can see in your imagination. And this is you choosing that. Okay. The tapping helps you to expand your capacity to perceive, receive, and hold more, to hold that. Okay. So when we start developing an identity for ourselves that matches that dream desired outcome, taking action towards it feels good. We start to see the fear as opportunity, and we can do so from a calm and regulated, unshakable state. We take that action in a new way as a new version of us, because it's not about what we do. It's about who we believe we are when we do it and how we do it. Right? Okay. Because you're not just here to regulate and heal. You're here to change the world, and you're here to have more fun being the best of yourself, right? So this is manifestation meets EFT tapping. This is the expand method. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so grateful you're here. I can't wait to tap with you. If you would like to try out my method for free, you can join my expand tapping and business membership for free for 7 days. So check the description below or the links below, and I will see you inside.